Yes, we are live now. Welcome back to my channel. In today's class, let us see Karnataka TET practice questions related to child development and pedagogy. We have already uploaded the uh, five videos. So if you want to see, I'll provide link in description. Now let's move on. Let's start. Here is our first question. In the context of education, socialization means what is the meaning of socialization related to the education? Now let's see our options. So always following social norms. Second one is creating one's own social norms. Third one is respecting elders in society. Next one is adopting and adjusting to the social environment. Our answer is fourth one. Socialization means adapting and adjusting to social environment. Yes, hi everyone. Now let's move on towards our next question. Second one, socialization include the social integration, cultural transmission, and our options are providing emotional support. Second one is a disagreement of a rebellion. Third one is a development of the individual's personality. Fourth one is a fitting individual into society forcefully. Now let's see, our answer is a third one. Our answer is the third one. Development of an individual's personality. Here we see in the socialization, the individual's personality have been transmission into the development of an individual's personality. Now let's see, our third question is peer group refers to what is the meaning of a peer group? Whom we called as a peer group. Now let's see, the people is roughly to the same age. The people's related to one particular person's same age. Now let's see, our second option is friends, buddies and pills. So third option is family members, all of the above. Here we see our option is friends. Friends have been recognized as a peer groups. Now let's move on towards our next question. In the progressive model of the education as an implemented by the CBSE, socialization of a children is done in such a way as so as to expect them. Here we see our option is B. Our answer is B. Be an active participant in the group, work and learn the social skills. Now let's move on towards our next question. Which of the following is a discoveries tells us the children's play a way known even in a ancient time? Here our options are toys found in ancient ruins of the Indus Valley civilization. Those toys are made from terracotta. Mention of the toys in ancient Greek inscriptions, historical artifacts, and documents. None of the above. Here our option is third one. Historical artifacts. In the ancient times, we see many sources are available like terracotta toys and the some small agricultural tools are available here, available in our India itself. Through that, we say the playway method is available on that time also. Now let's move on towards our next question. The following, the feeling of this say shame and pride develop in which stage? Here are some stages are there. Now let's see our options. Infancy, early childhood, adolescence, and adulthood. Here we see our correct answer is early childhood. The pride and shame, this kind of feeling have been developed in early childhood. Now let's move on towards our next question. Which of the following is a correct match? Here our options are middle adolescence, middle adulthood, trust versus mistrust. It is related to Erik Erikson theory. Now let's see, middle adulthood versus trust versus mistrust. Adolescence is intimacy versus isolation. Preschool, identity versus role confusion. Fourth one is early childhood, autonomy versus shame and dread. Here our option is fourth one. For seventh option is seventh answer is a fourth one. Early childhood is autonomy versus shame and doubt. Now let's see, our eighth question is intimate and close relationship, close intimate and close friendship is shown in. Our options are early childhood, late childhood, adolescence, and young adulthood. Here, our answer is young childhood. Sorry, young adulthood. Young adulthood. Now, let's move on towards our ninth question. According to Eric Erikson, in which of the following stage in the life is an individual able to start is assisting in the socialization of the others? Here, stages are there: stage of industry versus inferiority, stage of identity versus role confusion, stage of intimacy versus isolation, stage of generativity versus stagnation. Here our option is sorry, our answer is third one, stage of intimacy versus isolation. Now let's move on towards our next question, tenth one. What is regarded as a first age of the socialization in a school? Here our options are infancy, childhood, adulthood, adolescence. Our option is when the schooling begin in childhood, not in infancy, not in adulthood, not in adolescence. Our answer is childhood. Now let's move on towards our next slide. The development of a language start in which stage of Erickson's theory of the development? This video related to the socialization process in the development of a child. Now let's see, the development of a language start in which stage of the Erik Erickson's theory of development? Here we see stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. Here our answer is stage 3. In the stage 3, child start to learn the language. Now let's see. A 13-year-old boy quarreled with his elder in most matter and always tries to prove himself right. In which stage of the development is here? Our options are early childhood, childhood, adolescence, and youth. Here our answer is third one, adolescence. In the adolescence, everyone is try to make themselves and try to prove themselves as a right. Now let's move on towards our next question. Which one of the following is the first source for the socialization of a child? Here our options are family, school, peer group, temples. We already know that what is the meaning of a peer group. Peer group means friends. Their Yes, friends. Okay. Here we see the first agents of socialization of a particular child is a family. The child learned is all social norms first in their family. Now let's move on towards our next question. Which one of the following agent of socialization is specialized to the impart technical and intellectual skill to the child? Okay, our options is the family, the peer group, the mass media, and school. Here our answer is mass media. Our answer is mass media. Okay, now let's move on. Sorry, our not mass media. Our answer is school. Which of the following agent of socialization is specialized to the impart of technical and intellectual skill of the child? Our answer is school. Now let's move on towards our next question. What nature of the classroom should we have to increase the process of socialization? Our option says strict, loving, and sympathetic. Third one is normal. Fourth one is none of the above. Our answer is fourth one. Sorry, second one, loving and sympathetic. When we start learning in the strict and normal condition, on that time the children did not learn perfectly. On that time we have to use a loving and sympathetic manner. Now let's move on towards our next question. The children's attitudes towards the person of a ethnic group different from them, and the most strongly influenced by the attitude of their parents, their peers, the mass media, and their siblings. Here our answer is First one, parents. Parents' attitude and parents' behavior totally influence on the development of a child. Now let's move on towards our last question. The meaning of a cooperative play when refer to the socialization of a child is here. What is the meaning of a social cooperative play in the context of a socialization? Our options are playing without regarding involvement of other children. So our second option is several children playing with the same material but each is playing separately. Our third option is playing closely organized game. Fourth one is assuming the assigned role and depending on the other for achieve the goal and play. Our answer is fourth one, assuming and assign the role and depending on the other and achieving the goals of a play. Those are all the questions related to today's class. If you have any queries, any doubts regarding this, then comment below. Thank you for watching this.